Yes.
Yes. Are there still places on Earth in 2024 where you can see the results of that?
Yeah. Near India.
In India?
Mm-hmm.
And what can you see in India that reminds that?
There's a rim. It still looks burnt because when the crystals collided, it ignited hotter than anything of this world, and it left a burn mark.
A burn mark?
Yep.
In India?
Yep.
And you see a ram?
Like a rim. Like
a rim.
A rim. It's right there.
Mm-hmm. And which part of India?
The south.
The south.
By the ocean.
Yeah. And that's where the crystals collided.
Yeah.
And the collision of the crystals created the heat, or the heat was there and created the collision of the crystals?
No. The crystals, when they collided, but they were forced to collide.
And by who?
By two civilizations that couldn't get along.
And which was the name?
Shared their power.
Which name had those civilizations?
Lot-lot-click.
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 Lot-lot-click?
That's his name.
That's the name? And the other civilization?
I feel like I'm looking down on them, so I think I was trying to prevent it.
Mm-hmm.
But their ego got in the way.
And you couldn't do anything. Did you have a form at that moment?
A what?
What were you?
Repeat the question.
Did you have a human form at that moment?
I'm a male.
You're male, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But you look upon them, so you were bigger than them?
I think they looked up to me somehow. I just feel that they feel I'm important. They're looking at me.
Yeah.
And I don't have the answer.
Mm-hmm. What was the color of your skin at that moment?
Orangish brown.
Brown?
Like...
Mm-hmm. But you couldn't stop the war?
Mm-mm.
And how did they force the crystals to collide?
They were jealous because ours were more powerful when we used them. With generosity and caring, with helping to build things, helping to heal things. They wanted the power for themselves, and we wouldn't tell them.
So they forced you.
No, we wouldn't give it up. So they forced the crystals to... They thought that they could, I think, join. But instead, ours knew the intention and they wanted to stay. But they forced it, and the collision is what caused all that damage.
And everybody was killed, or
Some got away.
where did they go?
Yeah.
To where?
They gotten there
To the...
away. Just, they went out. I don't know. I stayed.
You stayed.
I didn't want them to have... It's not that I didn't want them to have it. I didn't want them to just take it.
Were you a leader?
Yeah.
So you had to protect the crystals.
Yes.
What color had the crystals?
They're pink, blue, white.
Pink, blue, and white.
Yes. They're big.
Yeah.
They held the information and the powers.
And what kind of information?
The information from the stars. How we got here. And how to build. How to create. How to move. How to heal. How to grow. The life forces were within them. We were to help Earth and help evolve each other. When that happened, the knowledge went with it.
So the crystals are destroyed?
They're broken up, so they hold little power.
So there are still crystals available?
Yep, I have information.
That have... And how can you retrieve the information from those crystals?
By being near them.
Yeah.
Setting your intention.
Yes.
To draw it in.
To draw it in.
You don't even have to have it in your hand or near you. Before it was too big to hold. Now you could hold it.
Yeah.
But it's around. The ocean has carried it all around.
So they are everywhere now.
Yeah.
Are there still people who know how to take that information?
Yes.
And do they do that?
Yes.
And do they use that for good?
Some of them don't know what they have. They're just entertaining the idea. Some of them know that are remembering the fear that goes with it, having that much responsibility.
Yeah. Is there something that still has to be done with those crystals in 2024?
The remembering, the creativity, the growth, the balance.
And is there something that Amy has to do with them in 2024?
She has a lot of crystals. She cares for them the same.
And those crystals are also carrying information?
Yes.
And does Amy know how to use it?
Yes.
Okay. Anything else that you want to tell about, as a blue star, about Earth and what is going on here?
You volunteered to come.
Yes.
You will light the way. you and many others. Find the balance. Find peace within.
So she has to find peace within also. When you say that she volunteered, that's a part of the Blue Star that volunteered.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
But she's still in contact with you as a Blue Star?
Yes.
Consciously?
Yes.
How does that manifest for her, that contact with you?
We're the ones who give her the information when she asks.
Okay.
We connect.
Yeah. Does she has contact with the other incarnations that are at this moment also working here?
They're all working on the same.
And they can communicate with each other?
There's no need for that. They don't have recollection of that life.
No. So it's all through you that the information is distributed?
Yes.
Okay. So are you what we call the higher self for Amy?
I can talk to the higher self.
So what is your where do you stand in comparison to the higher self?
We are all one.
You're all one, yes. But is the higher self from Amy part of you, or are you part of the higher self?
Yes.
You're part of the higher self.
Yes.
Yeah. Can you, from your position, answer a question about her life? Or should I talk to the higher self to have those answers?
You can ask.
I can ask. She has questions about her mother and the interactions. She wants to understand what the relationship is between her mother and herself.
Her mother was the opposing tribe.
The opposing tribe?
Mm-hmm.
And can you elaborate? But what's the purpose?
They need to find balance.
And what kind of balance?
She needs to see.
I'm sorry?
She needs to see.
She needs to see?
Try to understand.
Yes?
Why she wants balance and harmony.
Why
and
she...
that the other one wants creativity. They're both creative.
Yes? So she needs to see why she wants... The mother wants creativity, and she wants exactly what? I haven't heard very well.
The mother is selfish. She needs to allow her to explore that.
Without judging.
She doesn't judge.
Mm-hmm.
She needs to allow her to explore that. She has her own lessons. She was from the other tribe.
Okay.
So they had conflict from then. Both of them are living and doing what they're supposed to do.
So she has to... that's part of a karmic interaction?
From that life.
From that life? So the mother was from the other tribe that was jealous.
Yes.
And in this life, she's still selfish. And she has to explore that.
She needs to explore that.
Yeah. And what is then Amy's task? To accept that, or?
She has to remain firm and steady.
Firm and steady?
Just be consistent.
Yes.
Continue to show up and lead the way.
And to show up to do what?
She has to
Yes.
talking with the orange crystal.
The orange crystals. And how can she talk to the orange crystals?
I'm talking to the orange crystals.
You're talking with the orange crystal.
I think it's emotional. They have to understand each other.
She has to emotionally understand her mother? Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. And how can Amy do that in a good way?
Just listening. Just as she did before.
Listening to the mother. Yeah. What is the lesson for Amy in this relationship?
Release some of the pride.
Excuse me?
To release some of the pride.
To release some of
the pride.
The pride. And can you elaborate on the pride?
As that leader, she still holds.
Yes.
A bunch of pride from just allowing the other people to look up to her, follow her, and
so she has to release that position of the leader that people look upon. That's the lesson that she has to learn through her mother.
Yes.
Does Amy understand that now?
Probably not.
Probably not?
No.
Why? What is preventing Amy to understand that?
That was a big position.
I'm sorry?
That was a big position.
It was a big position.
Which, because she died sacrificing for others, it's stuck.
Okay.
The energy.
And is this an energy that still needs to be here now for Amy?
No. She relies on it heavily though, so.
She relies heavily on it. Is that what you mean?
Yes.
And that is stuck energy.
Yes.
And that prevents her from growing? Or what does it prevent her by being stuck in that energy?
In this cycle?
Yes.
It keeps her in the cycle.
It keeps her in the previous cycle.
Yeah.
And she needs to go behind that. What could help Amy understand that?
We'll send her messages.
Yes. And how will that help her?
It's going to take some time. But it'll help her accept.
Accept?
Yes.
And what? Accept what?
Accept that it's repeating again.
So accept to stop repeating it again.
Yes.
And what will that bring to Amy that she stops the cycle and release her feeling responsible? That could help her better accept if she understands that. Huh?
Yes.
Can you explain her? So that when she listens again, that helps the acceptance?
Will help relinquish control.
Release control, yes.
So that way she just doesn't have to control everything.
So she will relax and things.
Yes.
And what will that bring to Amy? What difference will it make for Amy if she can relax and let go of the control?
So she could move past it.
She can what?
Move past.
I don't understand. Can you repeat? Can you repeat a bit louder?
So she can move past it.
Repast it.
Yeah.
So the past can be left behind.
Yeah.
Will that change her interaction with her mother?
They have a good interaction.
Yes?
Yeah.
They have a good interaction.
Yes.
And so, is there anything else that she still needs to work on with her mother?
Just allowing her to find her mother to find herself.
It's allowing her mother to find herself.
Yes.
So she is facilitating the growth of the mother.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. But she doesn't need to do something special for that.
She just has to be there.
Just be there. Okay. The mother forgot her birthday when she was 13, and that was quite a traumatic experience, and made her promise to herself not to be like that anymore. Are there still pieces of her that needs healing from that event?
That was a pivotal moment for her remembering.
I'm sorry?
That was a pivotal moment for her remembering that they were in that karmic circle.
So a pivotal moment for her to remember that she's in a karmic circle with his mother.
Yes.
Okay. And does that still has an impact on her now?
That's been a remembering, so that way she can keep her at a distance. Because she didn't feel safe with her then, she doesn't now, and that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
They're on different life paths now.
Different life path.
But one's evolving and trying to pull the other one up. But she has to do it slowly.
Yeah.
It just takes a lot of time, which she was given more time this lifetime to do that.
Mm-hmm. More opportunities to help her. So there is nothing left that Amy needs to heal from that for her.
It's just a memory.
Just a memory.
Remembering.
Yeah.
To bring it to remember, to guard,
mm-hmm.
and share. To find the balance in that.
To guard and share and to find a balance in that. But she doesn't have to feel responsible for her mother.
No.
No, that's the balance also.
Yes.
Anything else that you want to say about that 13-year or the relationship with the mother?
Continue to plant seeds and find the balance.
Yeah. Can you help Amy not being irritated by the mother?
Has to remain.
The irritation has to remain?
It has to remain for now.
It has a role to play?
Yes.
And what kind of role has that irritation?
Just a reminder, because when it irritates her, it reminds her she has to find
the balance.
Balance.
Yeah, okay. Very good. And Amy understands that?
Yes.
Very well. Thank you very much. Something different. There was an event in Amsterdam where she had the impression that men were following her and almost abducted her daughter. Can you elaborate on that? What was the purpose of that event?
They were going to abduct their daughter and her.
And her? Mm-hmm. And why?
They were going to sell them.
Sell them?
Yeah. They could make money.
And why were they focusing on them?
They spoke English. They didn't speak their language.
Because they were foreigners?
Yes.
So they didn't know them?
Yes.
They did know them?
They did not.
And how did they know them?
They followed them. They seen them in their transaction. One guy heard them. And he followed him. And then he called for the other guy.
Mm-hmm.
And then he called for the truck.
Yes.
And by the time they got on Abby, then she pushed her into the store with the cameras.
Yeah. She had a good reaction there.
Yes. But that had to happen.
And why did that have to happen? What was the purpose of that event?
To remind her to be aware and to pay attention. Just like before.
And why do you want her to be alert and pay attention?
Because people are deceitful, but there are also ways that you can get around and to do things. Had she not done that, there would be a different course of action right now, or none. It was just a pivotal moment, a decision she had to make.
Yeah.
So when she decided to protect, that's what she's known to do, is observe and protect. She made herself bigger than them.
Yes.
And did it with help. So that detoured them.
Mm-hmm.
And they found another target. It's unfortunate that that happens, but that's their experience with that.
Yeah. Is that there's something that Amy still needs to learn from that experience?
She learned it.
And her daughter?
Her daughter needs to pay better attention.
Yeah.
Her daughter is observant, but she's very clumsy when she goes out to different places.
Yes.
She doesn't pay attention.
Mm-hmm. So that's a skill that the daughter has to learn from her mother.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Can Amy help her daughter be less clumsy?
She is working on it.
Mm-hmm.
But daughter can make her own life choices.
Yeah.
And decisions.
Anything else that Amy needs to know about that event, or things that she still needs to do with it?
No, she can.
She get it.
Yes.
Very good. So she has been allergic to almost everything since 15 years, since her son Christopher was born. Why is that happening to her?
Her son is an interplanetary being.
And is that different than a daughter?
Yes.
And what do you mean by he's an interplanetary being?
He wasn't conceived on Earth. He was brought to Earth and implanted.
In Amy?
Yes.
And where was he conceived?
He's a protector. So they went.
He is a protector.
Yes.
And a protector of what?
Galaxies.
He's a protector of galaxies. And because she carried that interplanetary being,
Yes.
that impacted her physical body?
Yes.
Is this something that she still has to carry?
It will go away now.
It will go away now?
Yeah. Now that she's discovered that.
It will be... And so when after the session she will be allergy free?
She'll start to be able to be around pets and have nuts. She probably still can't have dairy or meat or...
And why not?
Or latex. Let me see. Her bond with her son is very strong.
Yes.
He's from an angelic realm, but of protectors.
Yes.
The development of and growth of having a child like that, their abilities are connected because not only is she allergic to it, he is too.
Mm-hmm. And is there, because that's not so easy in this world to be allergic to latex and meat and dairy, is there a way to heal this? Or is there a reason why she should be allergic to that?
We're discussing. There's no purpose.
There's no purpose?
She should be fine.
So from now on, she's free of allergies.
It's going to take some time, but yes.
And can you give an idea on which time frame?
Within a year.
Within a year? She will be allergy free.
Yes.
Are you going to give her a signal when she is free?
Yes, her front yard will be full of flowers.
And that's the signal she can...
Yes.
Beautiful. There is no way to do it sooner?
No, it takes time.
And why?
There's the bond from them. It's really strong. It's not going to do anything to the bond or the relationship. It's just that he becomes a young man that will separate their attachment.
Okay. Then it will be easier to get rid of the allergy.
Yes.
Will he get rid of his allergy?
When he becomes a man.
Then it will also improve.
Yes.
That's good for him, huh? Anything else you want to say about the allergy?
No.
Okay. She asked me to ask questions in another language, so I will ask a question in Dutch. And she would love to hear you responding in Dutch too. Waarom hebben jullie haar dit leven als galactische meester getoond?
Alleen wachten.
I'm sorry? Excuse?
Alleen wachten la.
Vertel maar verder.
En vond ik me even. Nee.
Vertel maar verder. So, why did you choose to show yourself to her as a blue star and then those different aspects of her, like the galactic master? Why was it important for her to see that?
She wanted to know.
She wanted to know
About the Galactic Council and how she fit in.
And does she know now what her role is?
Yeah, she knew then.
Is there anything else you want to tell her about the Galactic Council that she needs to know?
Continue to be curious.
And the other aspects of her that you showed in those different times, why did you show them? Like in Ireland?
She wanted to see a fairy being. So we showed her a life and she could talk to fairies.
Okay. And how can that help her in this life?
Just keeping her curiosity alive.
Yeah. Why is that important for her?
It's part of her creative process.
Yeah. And her creative process has a certain purpose now? Is she creating something in particular?
Yeah.
And what?
She's creating abilities and possibilities for people to help them understand and help them adapt to their surroundings.
It's an important process she is developing.
Yes.
That's great. And the other lives that you showed her, like the wine, what was the purpose of that?
She has recollections of having owned a vineyard. So we showed her the lifetime.
Yeah.
Where she had a big family and had a vineyard.
And how is that important for this lifetime?
Just curiosity she had.
Yeah. And as a snake, what was the importance of that life to show her?
The snake and the slug was to show the dimensions of life, how it's connected, and that the purpose is similar. Not exactly the same, but similar.
Yeah. And has Amy understood that?
Yes.
Yeah. And that ancient land that she saw, what was the name of the ancient land that she was the leader of?
That would be Atlantis.
That would be Atlantis?
Yes.
So she was one of the leaders of Atlantis.
Yes.
And what time of Atlantis? Because Atlantis has been many times, I think. Was that
many times and many years?
Many times and many years. So was that the beginning of Atlantis, or was that?
That was the fall.
That was the fall.
The fall.
Yeah. But she was keeping the crystals. Was she then on Atlantis to protect the crystals?
Yes. She stayed. She felt duty and honor to try to protect it.
And the enemies that attacked, they attacked Atlantis?
Yes.
And they were coming from also Earth, or coming from another place?
Yes, both.
Both?
Both.
Yeah.
The Earth did not have people of Earth did not have the inclination to steal and rob and cheat until the ideas were planted into of greed and not enough.
So the Earth people didn't have that knowledge? How to run chi and upgrade, is that what you say?
How to cheat, steal, be greedy, be selfish.
They were still greedy and selfish.
Yes, that's where those seeds came from. And that's why they wanted what the others had.
Okay, so that's where Earthling who were greedy and wanted to have what the others had.
Yes.
And this part of Atlantis was nearby India, the actual India.
Yes.
Yeah. Atlantis had many colonies, no?
Yes.
So that was one of the colonies.
Yes.
And what was her Atlantean name?
Onan.
Onan.
Yeah.
And how can that help her to know that name?
Names don't matter.
They don't matter?
No.
Okay.
The time and the experience. For her, that's what matters.
Okay. How will that experience now help her?
It's part of who she is. She's remembering and remembering.
Yeah.
And using the information that she already knows.
Yeah.
To awaken the abilities that she already has.
Yes.
That she's learned to have and use. It will help her in her process to build the abilities to help others.
The abilities that she has are healing abilities?
Yeah, she has healing, teaching, encouragement. She has a large variety.
Yeah.
That she's bringing, and that's the reason why we showed her so many lives. She has many different that she can tap into.
Yeah. She has she's a master in levitation. Is this something that will also be used in this life?
Did she say that?
You had in the Galactic Council. She's one of the teacher of levitation. Eh?
She wants to open that ability on this life.
And that will succeed?
Let me see. It will take more focus. She could do it. There's potential.
There is potential. And is there a procedure she needs to follow to be able to levitate?
She's almost there, so it's a remembering of what it feels like to levitate. Put the colors in order.
And which colors?
So it's green, blue, and then white, like crystals funnel down, and then it will lift you up.
So blue, green, white, and then you bring that in the crystal?
You gotta remember the order.
You gotta remember the order?
And it will come down.
The order also in the and bring it down in the chakras then?
Yes.
And then she will be able to levitate.
With the intention.
Okay. And Amy has understood that?
She's working on it.
And you're going to help her?
If she asks.
Okay. So she has to put the intention.
Yes.
Anything else that you want to say about all those lives that you showed, or about the fact that you are the blue star that she needs to know now?
Not at this moment.
Okay. Then I want to thank you for the information that you provided. And we would like to talk to Dolores Cannon now. Is that possible?
Yes.
Okay. Is Dolores Cannon now available for communication?
Yes.
Thank you very much for talking to us. Amy would like to have more details on how QHHT could be done.
It's all there in my books.
It's all in your books?
Everything the next level, but ideas can come at any time. And the creative process, once you tap in and allow and ask for the guidance, it will be given. Especially if you're asking for me. Call me by name.
Call you by name, yes?
Set your intention. Some of you will do it by automatic writing. Some of you will do it by tapping in and receiving information. Some of you will channel. But I'm here, and it's exhilarating to be able to provide information from this perspective.
So you're on the other side now, eh?
Yes.
What about the structure of QHHT, like you have taught us until now? Is it important to keep that fixed structure?
It was selfish of me to believe that...
It was what?
It was selfish of me to believe there's only one way.
Okay.
Yes, my ways were beneficial and it helped. But there are many, and I can see from here, many abilities that you can tap into to help people and help evolve
Yes.
people to the next level, to help the earth. you guys are training and learning and passing the information on.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a wildfire from this perspective. But as in more ways, yes, there are more ways.
So, from your perspective, it's acceptable for us to adapt your system in function of what we encounter?
Yes. Just include my script and include believe in yourself.
Yeah.
That's the important part.
So, include the script, includes in believing yourself, so that we can
help humanity evolve to the next dimension. Right now, we're just about 40%. We need a lot more, so keep going.
Yeah.
Keep raising your frequency, helping other people around you, and helping each other, building each other up. There's not one way. I'm going to reference religion. There's not one religion that's correct. They're all correct. They all lead, guide, direct people. This is just another tool. This being QHHT is just another tool.
Yeah.
So lead, guide, direct, help people evolve. And the abilities that flow to you, they're meant for you, and they're meant for you to guide somebody else.
Yeah. So, how can we improve the process?
Accepting and allowing your abilities. Make sure you practice those abilities. Don't just assume you have abilities. Once they're practiced, you can incorporate them. But stick to this. The script does work. Just incorporate your abilities. Because you're going to be able to relate to someone. And whenever you relate to someone, they're going to feel that. They want you to lead, guide, direct them. And that will raise your frequency. That will raise their frequency. That will raise the Earth's frequency into the time and dimensions that is needed for Earth's evolution.
Yeah. And we will get the people that are relating to our ability coming to us for sessions.
Correct. Yes.
That's why we all notice some kind of differentiation of people.
Yes.
Amy wanted to know if skipping past life is better for people who already have done a QHHT session.
If they're not analytical thinkers and they don't need a deep induction, you feel that you can go to that space of deep relaxation. At that point, you do not have to do a past life. You can just do the shortened induction and go to use the keyword, or the bridge version, and go to the higher conscious, the deeper state.
What do you mean by the bridge version?
So Susan, Crystalline River. That's a shortened version, just the keyword. And use the Crystalline River.
Okay.
And go to the subconscious.
Okay. Yeah. Anything else you want to say about that?
You are doing great work.
Thank you.
I'm so happy that you're reaching so many. Keep up. It's a good job. We need many people.
Mm-hmm.
I am so happy and excited every time you learn something new.
Mm-hmm.
Keep awakening your abilities.
Thank you for the wonderful script that you gave us and the support for in every session.
Oh, you're welcome.
Mm-hmm. Do you have a message for us?
I think you're doing phenomenal. I didn't give many compliments in my life, but you are doing phenomenal. And I'm so happy that you're carrying on the QHHT work and sessions. You're reaching out to many. And that's important. Changing the trajectory of lives in life. And that's important for the planet.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Amy wanted to know what the message was for in Ibiza. Why did you give her that message?
It was for my granddaughter.
Mm-hmm.
She was unsure, she's still unsure,
Yes.
of her path that she wanted to take.
Mm-hmm.
Whether or not she wanted the responsibility of QHHT. She wanted reassurance and guidance, and knowing that at the retreats,
Did it help her?
it planted a seed for her to decide, and when she decides, she'll know what to do.
Yeah.
What I just showed Amy, the image of who she was to give it to. She did not know who it was.
Mm-hmm.
Because she's undecided on how she wants her life to look. But either way, I'm okay with her choice. It's her life path.
Yeah. Anything else you want to say about that?
I see. For a moment, Julia was struggling. I'm sorry that she felt that she was struggling. Keep the creative process alive. The information will come if you allow it.
Mm-hmm.
You can develop so much more. But you have to be open. And you have to allow and then make this best decision for you and for the company.
Mm-hmm.
But you know that already.
Yeah. How is your position now on online sessions?
I still think it's rather new. And I am concerned on reading the signals from body language. But can do the sessions online. If it's limiting them by a handicap or for whatever reason that they cannot physically connect to have an in-person session with a practitioner. You're located all over the earth now. They can find one in their area. Or you can do it online. Like anything, you have to learn and adapt.
Anything we have to be careful when we do it online?
Make sure the safety for all parties as safe as possible. But that's an avenue to explore. Make sure you write it down so that way you can help teach others maybe what you encountered or what you discovered while doing that.
But it's okay to explore it.
Yes, that's what you're there for. You're creative beings. Be creative. Who am I to stop you?
Well, Julia is very, very adamant that we are not allowed to do that.
Oh. Yeah, I suppose that's true. I'm still ringing in her ears. Yeah.
She can be stubborn also.
Yeah, she gets that from me. That's true. But you guys are all creative beings. I'm so happy that you have found each other and you found common ground to help others. And that you're doing it, you're raising the frequency. But there's a whole lot more work that needs to be done. So keep doing it.
Very good. And Amy is discovering a lot of new techniques like surrogates, techniques that she's using and things like that, and her QCH. Can you tell us more? Is that helping the people?
Yes, of course. Where do you think she's getting the information? She asks for me directly. And every time I show up, no problems.
Okay. So she has to continue to talk to you?
Of course. It's her choosing, but yes. Me and us, we're here.
You are a bigger group now?
Yes, I'm part of the collective.
Okay.
You can ask me by name and I will come. But collectively we are here.
Yeah.
To guide you, to lead you when you ask. That's what we do.
So, for example, on the online session, if we would ask you to provide the safety, can you do that?
Absolutely.
So you can make sure then that nothing happens that will endanger the client.
Correct.
Okay, so part of the procedure when we start an online session would be to first call you in.
You can, yes.
Very good. Anything else that we can do to improve QHHT or Amy's quantum cognition healing?
Just keep doing it. The more that you keep doing it, the more abilities you'll unlock. When you unlock your abilities and practice them, you'll be able to incorporate them and use them to the best of your ability to help others. And that's what's important, is that you're helping others.
Yes. And you're sending the customers to us.
Yes. Of course. You guys are helping to awaken the earth, everybody, the population. To there's still more work to be done, so keep doing it.
Okay. Thank you very much. Anything else you want to share with us?
Awaken your creative side. Tap into your abilities and allow the information to flow.
Mm-hmm.
We're here to help you and provide you with the help that you require or you seek.
Very good. Well, it's a very nice job that we have. Thanks to you.
You're welcome.
Very good. So, thank you, Doris Cannon, for talking through Amy now. And I am going to close the channel with you now.
It brings me so much joy to see all this happening.
I'm sorry?
Said it brings me so much joy.
Yes.
To see all this happening.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I would like now that the higher self of Amy comes through, because I would like to ask for a download of consciousness so that Amy can from now on look differently, more clearly and truthfully to her problems. And so that, is that possible?
Sure.
So that she has the power and the will to tackle whatever comes her way that can be tackled.
Okay.
Can you expand Amy's consciousness?
Yes.
Is there something that you would have wished that Amy should have asked that she didn't ask?
I think this time, no.
Not this time? Okay. What did you want to tell Amy when you sent her to this session?
Wow. Keep curiosity alive.
Keep curiosity alive.
Yes.
Very good. It's time for us to leave. Is there anything else that I can do for Amy?
Keep being curious. Expand your abilities. Set your intuition and continue to share and help people.
Thank you. Do you have a message or advice for Amy before we leave?
We just took her up
Yes.
for a moment.
Where did you take her up?
To the Galactic Council.
Okay.
And showed her the time and space, the connection. Where she's at in it.
Mm-hmm.
The cosmic web.
Mm-hmm.
Her connection with it.
How will that help her?
She's just very curious. And to always seeing images with the information she receives. So we show her, we give her information all the time, but we're showing her what it looks like where we're at.
Mm-hmm. Very good. How many times should she listen to the recordings?
As many as she feels necessary.
Mm-hmm. And what do you think will surprise her most when she listens to the recording?
Probably the many lives at once.
The many lives at once.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That is something new for her.
Not new. It's just a different perspective.
Yeah. Okay. How was it for you to come through in this way and talk to her?
We love coming through and giving messages so she can hear and share with others.
Wonderful. Anything else you want to say?
And give thanks to you for facilitating this.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you for being the guide.
Thank you. I thank you sincerely. Thank you for bringing her here. It was a great pleasure to be able to do this. Now I'm asking the subconscious to recede to where it belongs, with much love and much thanks for the help and information it has given to Amy today. I know she is really going to appreciate it. And I want the entities from the other lives that we were speaking with to also recede into the past or the time where they belong. With much love and much thanks for the information they have given us. And remember, the things you were watching are from another time. They belong to that time and we will leave them in that time. We only brought them forward as a curiosity to learn from, to have information, to help with the present lifetime. In that way, they are very valuable and have importance. But as Amy listens to the recording and goes over the material and puts it into place, it will not bother her, in any way, mentally or physically or spiritually. That is very important. It will not bother her in any way, not mentally, physically or spiritually. Now I want all of the consciousness and personality of Amy to once again return and fully integrate back into the body completely. Now all the consciousness and personality of Amy is once again fully integrated back into the body, replacing all the other parts we were speaking to. Now I want Amy to move up, up, up through time and space and orient yourself back in the present day and time. This is April 3rd, 2024. You're lying here on the bed in Ronse and you just had a very interesting experience. And I want you to remember that the present life that you're living now is the most important life of all, because it is the one you're focused on at the present time. Any information we can find in this way is valuable, but it will not bother you in any way, nor mentally, physically, spiritually. As you understand it and put it into place, this is very important. It will not bother you in any way. Now in a moment I'm going to count to 10, and on the count of 10 you'll be wide awake, feeling wonderful all over, as though you have had a nice nap, a nice sleep. You will feel truly rested and refreshed. Anytime you do this, it will always be an enjoyable experience. Now follow me up as we go, and on the count of 10 you will be awake, feeling wonderful all over. 1, 2. You're beginning to breathe a little faster. Your blood is beginning to circulate a little faster because you're beginning to wake up now. 3, 4. You're becoming aware of the physical body, very much aware of the physical body. You can move your arms and legs around to get the muscles working and the blood circulating, because it gets tiring laying in one position like that. We are getting everything moving again, because you're very much aware of the physical body. You're focused on it now, because you're beginning to wake up now. 5, 6. You're becoming aware of the sounds in the room and the sounds outside of the room. You're very much aware of the physical surroundings. You're oriented back in this time and this place, and you're beginning to wake up now. 7, 8. You're coming up very nicely now, very nicely. 9, 10. Wide awake, feeling wonderful all over.